Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is the last day of St. Patrick's Day, and as you already know, we always talk about the dark side of the holiday that we are on. So we are talking about the dark side of St. Patrick's Day today. So let's get into it. That's not it. That is our Friday and Monday Night Raw SmackDown stuff. Not what I was looking for. I'm also rolling pennies. Alright, March 17th. March 17th. Mark your calendars, hide your wives, donning green clothing, guzzling green beer, and stumbling around town in search of a leprechaun endorsed pots of gold. We all know the average American's St. Patrick's Day debauchery and a troubling perpetuation of harmful stereotypes. But is that it? Digging into the dark history of St. Patrick's Day, we uncover some unsettling truths. St. Patrick himself, a figure often celebrated for his missionary work, played a key role in the Catholic Church's campaign to eradicate paganism in Ireland. As a result, the non-Christian population was prosecuted and subjected to horrific acts of violence. St. Patrick and his followers committed crimes against the pagans, such as forced conversions, destruction of sacred sites, and execution of those who refused to abandon their beliefs. This brutal campaign against the pagans led to the loss of a beautiful and thriving culture. Ireland's pagan traditions were steeped in rich mythology, art, and spirituality. The forced conversions by St. Patrick and his followers stripped away these elements of Irish heritage. The devastation caused by this religious crusade is a harrowing chapter in Ireland's history that often goes unacknowledged in contemporary St. Patrick's Day celebrations, and would likely qualify as cultural genocide by modern standards. The Catholic Church's campaign in Ireland was part of a broader strategy to spread Christianity throughout Europe and beyond. Pope Celestine I commissioned St. Patrick to convert the Irish population. And during this era, the church was known to us various methods to establish its dominance over other religious practices, including the use of violence including the use of violence. Other regions such as the Iberian Peninsula and Northern Europe experienced similar campaigns of forced conversions and suppression of non-Christian beliefs. The Church's actions in Ireland were part of a larger pattern of religious imperialism that sought to eradicate alternative spiritual systems. In contrast to the Catholic Church's brutal tactics, paganism was generally a more tolerant and diverse belief system. Pagan cultures were criticized by their acceptance of multiple deities, nature worship, and diverse rituals. There was no centralized authority, such as a Catholic Church, imposing a single dogma or orthodoxy. This difference highlights the stark contrast between the inclusive and open nature of paganism and the dogmatic approach of the church. Christian historians have often been accused of whitewashing the history of St. Patrick's mission in Ireland, glossing over the violent aspect of the conversion process. By framing St. Patrick as a benevolent, peaceful missionary who brought Christianity to the Irish people, they downplay the negative impact this action had on Ireland's pagan heritage. This selective retelling of history serves to validate the church's actions and perpetuates a sanitized narrative that celebrates St. Patrick's Day without acknowledging the cultural devastation it represents. Jesus, I'm sorry, I cannot speak. Centuries later, the story of Irish immigrants in America is one of hardship and perseverance, with St. Patrick's Day playing a troubling role in their struggle. Early Irish immigrants, escaping the devastating effects of the Great Famine and political unrest, arrived in America only to face discrimination and hostility as they attempted to assert their identity and celebrate their heritage. St. Patrick's Day was often hijacked by those who sought to mock and demean them, perpetuating stereotypes and drunkenness and disorderly conduct. This exploitation of the holiday served to further marginalize and oppress the Irish immigrant community and reverberates throughout our modern day celebrations. In F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Side of Paradise, a scene depicting a cruel mockery of the Irish during a St. Patrick's Day celebration highlights the deep-rooted prejudice against Amory Blaine attends a party where the guest makes derogatory jokes and poke fun at Irish culture. The passage reads, "They strut and fret in their last borrowed finery, their hour upon the stage of mockery, at midnight to the pabulum of a new day to dance the St. Fitish jig of St. Patrick's Day." This literally references services as a reminder that the holiday has long been a source of mockery for Irish people, even in the 20th century. Furthermore, the offensive imagery of stereotypes that permeate St. Patrick's Day events are appalling. The critics of Irish drunkards and barmaids perpetuate harmful stereotypes and ignore the diverse and complex nature of Irish culture. Not to mention all the people who claim Irish heritage without knowing, I'm going to butcher this because I can't speak Irish, without knowing a bod hurren from a hurling stick. And I'm not Irish. If you didn't think it was bad enough to mock the entire culture when they're down, consider the countless cheap companies who seamlessly chase profits selling throwaway paraphernalia, travelizing Irish culture, and generating tons of unnecessary wastes, from shamrock-shaped sunglasses to leprechaun hats. Those products perpetuate harmful stereotypes and contribute to environmental degradation. You're probably not going to stop celebrating St. Patrick's Day just because you read this. And I'm not even sure if that would be the right thing to do. Maybe you could strive for something more authentic and respectful at least. But now, when you do celebrate St. Patrick's Day, you'll at least know that, in essence, you're mocking a people who were persecuted and robbed of their culture and rubbing their faces in it. All right. So some ways that pagans would celebrate the St. Patrick's Day, the real St. Patrick's Day, is some pagans celebrate Jeez Louise. Some pagans celebrate St. Patrick's Day by honoring the Druids, celebrating the triple goddess, or protesting the holiday. Honoring the Druids, listening to stories, playing music, and remembering the traditions of the bards. So, to celebrate the triple goddess, they would use an altar and libation in honor to the triple goddesses. Protesting the holiday, they refuse to celebrate they refuse to celebrate a day that honors the elimination of an old religion. Wearing black and / or the image of a serpent, referring to the holiday as All Snakes Day, which, by the way, to make our creepy vibes, that is what we are celebrating today, All Snakes Day. All right, the celebrating the Druids and the traditions of the bards. Some pagans use St. Patrick's Day to honor the Druids and the traditions of the bards. Celebrating with snakes. Some pagans wear some sort of snake symbol on St. Patrick's Day. Some pagans host a Snakes on a Couch movie marathon. While modern St. Patrick's Day celebrations are rooted in Christian tradition and Irish cultural heritage, some pagans and Druids celebrate this time by remembering the traditions of the Druids and the bards, honoring the triple goddess and other Celtic deities, and celebrating nature's rebirth with activities like music, storytelling, and libations. Also, know that St. Patrick's Day celebrations have evolved significantly over time, and what began as a religious feast day has become a secular celebration with a mix of religious and cultural traditions, while some pagans and Druids have chosen to incorporate elements of their own traditions into these celebrations. Many prefer to observe St. Patrick's Day simply as a secular day to celebrate Irish culture and tradition. And they also usually have a Jig's dinner, which is corned beef, potatoes, corn, and cabbage, which is the most delicious thing in the world. I love me some Jig's dinner. Just had it yesterday, had leftovers today. But anyways, yes, well, that was our history that we found so far. We are going to hop off of here. I just want to say happy St. Patrick's Day, or happy All Snakes Day, whichever you prefer to call it. You know we keep it spooky around here. But if you could please smash that like button so I know you like these videos. Subscribe if you are not already subscribed. Turn on your notification bell so you never miss another video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.